Hey everybody, today we're diving into Jigs, the unsung heroes of the woodworking shop. Jigs make everything easier and more fun. If you're new to woodworking, building shop-made jigs is a great way to step up your game without spending a ton of money on tools. So let's get our hands dirty and build some awesome DIY jigs. Let's kick things off with a must-have jig, the crosscut sled. This tool is essential for any woodworker aiming for precision. Ever tried to cut a piece of wood perfectly square, only to end up with a frustratingly wonky angle? It can be incredibly disheartening. A crosscut sled is the answer to your problems. It ensures that every cut is precise and square. This jig makes straight, accurate crosscuts a breeze. No more second-guessing your measurements. It's a platform that rides in the miter slots of your table saw, providing stability and precision. With a fence that guides your workpiece at a perfect 90-degree angle to the blade, your cuts will always be spot on. No more struggling to hold the wood steady. The sled keeps everything locked down tight, ensuring safety and accuracy. Building a crosscut sled is easier than you think. With a few materials and some patience, you can make one yourself. We'll walk through the steps together, making the process simple and straightforward. You'll need plywood for the base, which provides a sturdy foundation for your sled, hardwood for the runners, and fence and a few screws to hold everything together. Once you've got your crosscut sled built, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's a game changer for any woodworking project. Next up, the pocket hole jig, a game changer for furniture building. A pocket hole jig allows you to drill angled holes into one piece of wood and use screws to attach it to another, creating a strong hidden joint. This eliminates the need for complicated joinery techniques like dovetails or mortise and tenon joints. Pocket holes are fast, easy, and incredibly strong. You can buy pocket hole jigs, but we're going to build our own with just a few scraps of hardwood and some hardware. Once you've got it built, you'll be amazed at how much easier it makes building furniture. Safety is paramount in the workshop, and the Featherboard is all about keeping your fingers safe while you're getting those perfect cuts. It acts as an extra set of hands, holding the wood securely in place so you can focus on guiding the saw. A Featherboard applies pressure to your workpiece, keeping it firmly against the fence or tabletop as you make a cut, preventing dangerous kickback. This added pressure ensures that the wood doesn't move unexpectedly, which can be a major safety hazard. Beyond safety, a Featherboard helps you achieve smoother, more accurate cuts. It guides the wood through the blade with consistent pressure, reducing the chances of mistakes and ensuring a professional finish. It prevents the wood from shifting or vibrating during the cut, resulting in a cleaner finish and less sanding later on. This means you spend less time on touch-ups and more time on your next project. Building your own Featherboard is incredibly easy and affordable. With just a few basic materials, you can create a tool that will last for years. You can whip one up in about an hour using just a few scraps of wood and some hardware. It's a simple project that can greatly enhance your woodworking experience. We'll be making a simple, effective design using plywood for the body and flexible plastic for the feathers. This combination provides durability and flexibility, ensuring your Featherboard performs well under various conditions. Dowels are an excellent way to create strong hidden joints in your woodworking projects, but getting them perfectly aligned can be a challenge. That's where the doweling jig comes in. It ensures that your dowel holes are perfectly aligned every time. We'll be building our own doweling jig from scratch using a combination of hardwood and metal bushings. Once you've experienced the joy of perfectly aligned dowel joints, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. The real magic of a doweling jig is how it empowers you to tackle more complex woodworking projects with confidence. Armed with this jig, you'll be able to create strong, elegant joints that will elevate your craftsmanship. Have you ever tried to cut a perfect circle with a jigsaw? It's not pretty. The edges are often jagged and the shape can be uneven, but sometimes you need a circle, and that's where the circle cutting jig comes in. This tool is a game changer for any woodworker. This jig transforms your router into a precision circle cutting machine, allowing you to create perfectly round circles of any size. It's incredibly versatile and easy to use. It's essentially a rotating arm that attaches to your router base with a pivot point that you can adjust to control the diameter of the circle. This gives you complete control over the size of your cut. By moving the router around the pivot point, you create a smooth, continuous cut. The result is a flawless circle every time. We're going to make ours using simple materials like plywood, a few screws and a bolt for the pivot point. It's a straightforward project that anyone can tackle. Once you've built your circle cutting jig, you'll be amazed at how many uses you find for it. It's a tool that will quickly become indispensable in your workshop. From cutting around tabletops to creating decorative inlays, the possibilities are endless. You'll wonder how you ever managed without it. Let's talk about angles. Whether you're building picture frames, boxes, or any project that requires angled cuts, a miter sled is indispensable. A miter sled rides in the miter slots of your table saw, allowing you to make precise angled cuts with an adjustable fence. We're going to build our own simple design that allows you to easily set the angle of the fence using a protractor and a few clamps. No need for complicated mechanisms or expensive hardware. With precise angled cuts, you can create seamless miter joints that are both strong and beautiful. Your picture frames will look professional, and your boxes will have that perfect fit. Overdrilling is a common problem, but the drill press depth stop is here to save the day. A drill press depth stop prevents you from drilling deeper than you intend by acting as a physical barrier. We're going to build our own using simple materials like a scrap of wood, a bolt, and a couple of nuts and washers. Once you've experienced the joy of drilling with a depth stop, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's one of those simple tools that makes a world of difference in the shop. It gives you the confidence to tackle projects with precision and accuracy. Let's finish strong with the tenon jig. Tenons are projections cut into the end of a piece of wood that fit snugly into a corresponding hole called a mortise, creating an incredibly strong joint. Cutting tenons accurately can be tricky, but the tenon jig makes the process a breeze. We'll be building our own tenon jig using plywood, hardwood for the fence, and some hardware. It's a satisfying project that will give you a deep appreciation for the ingenuity of simple jigs. The ability to create strong, elegant tenon and mortise joints opens up a world of possibilities in your woodworking. You'll be able to build furniture and other projects that are not only beautiful, but built to last a lifetime. And there you have it. 8 simple DIY jigs that every woodworking newbie should try. Which one are you most excited to build? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more woodworking tips. See you in the next project.